Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So this is a second video of the lunar nodes of the moon, and the eclipse points are shifting signs. So we are moving from away from Gemini Sagittarius axis to the Taurus Scorpio axis, which is happening mid-January of 2022. So as I mentioned in the last video, the North Node transiting Taurus, some things that will be coming up for us as a collective is our money, our values, love, self-worth, beauty, material things, food will all be up for some potential change, and all of us will be welcoming something new into this area of our life. Now at the South Node point, which is transiting Scorpio, this is our opportunity to potentially let go of something that is no longer working for us in at least one area of life. So Scorpio rules things like taxes, debts, sex, joint finances, property. It's the house of deep transformation. So in the second video, I'm going to focus on the eclipse points in Scorpio for each sign, how it could potentially affect you. And if you're wondering about the Taurus eclipse points, just check out my part 1 video, which I focus on that. So just a reminder, the nodes of the moon, they give us a flavor of fate, destiny, and karma. So ultimately, these nodal cycles move us towards our highest good. So where the North Node lies in your chart, that's where your fate, destiny lie. And the South Node is the comfort zone. It's something that you have perfected in a prior lifetime. So naturally, we want to go back to the South Node, but honestly, our purpose, our destiny really lies towards that North Node, which is uncomfortable to move towards for sure. So think back to April 2003 to December of 2004, and also August of 2012 and February of 2014. So think back to these times, what was going on in your life, who was in your life, what was happening with work, children, career, love life, were you traveling, were you moving? These themes might be coming up for you again, and again, it's going to be different for all of us. And for those of you that have a North Node natally in Taurus, you are experiencing your nodal return. So definitely endings and new beginnings are on the horizon for you in the next couple years. And for those of you that have a North Node natally in Scorpio, you're experiencing a nodal reversal. So you're halfway to your nodal return. At the South Node point, though, it's more of a letting go. So I'm thinking for you, it's going to be more about endings. But obviously, you can't have endings without new beginnings, right? So definitely all of us will be experiencing this as a collective. So depending on when you're watching this, we have or had a full moon partial lunar eclipse in Taurus on November 19th, 2021, and it is at 27 degrees. So this is setting the tone for that new nodal cycle that is coming up for all of us in the next 2 years. We will be having our first eclipse in Scorpio on May 16th, 2022 at 18 degrees, so right in the middle of the sign. And this will be a full moon total lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So I want to go through each sign just to let you know where maybe you're going to be seeing some of these changes come up in your life. And also keep in mind, I'm using a whole house system and I use Western tropical astrology. So this is not going to resonate for everyone. Your natal chart is unique and different to you. So the house systems, depending on where you're born on the planet, they could be really, really wide or they could be really, really narrow. So I always say, take what resonates and leave the rest. I do recommend to watch for your ascendant, your sun sign, and your moon sign to really pull all of this information together for you, and it really will paint a picture of potential changes, new beginnings, endings that are coming up for the next couple years for you. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, usually people know their sun sign, but to find out your ascendant and your moon, go to astro.com, or you can type in free birth chart calculation in any search engine, and it will produce a birth chart for you. In the last video, I touched on Uranus and Taurus because he is transiting Taurus for the next several years yet, so 2018 to 2026. So Uranus rules unpredictability, unexpected change, freedom, breaking free of something. Basically, where Uranus is in your chart, it's really, really difficult to stay in control or be controlled in that area of your life. So just keep in mind, Uranus will be opposing all of these eclipses that are going to be happening in Scorpio. So Uranus will definitely give us all that flavor of unexpected, unpredictability, something happening out of the blue. Think of Uranus as like a lightning bolt. You don't know when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, where it's going to strike, and from, you know, left field, right field, where is it coming from? So expect the unexpected. So let's start with Aries. So Aries, this is happening in your 8th house of rebirth, sex, transformation, debts, taxes, loans, joint finances, properties, inheritances, and also it rules the shadow. So again, because this is at the south node point, I'm thinking more of a letting go in this area of your life. So maybe you're wrapping up debts and loans, which is great, but you could also be taking on new debt and loans. Maybe you're finally wrapping up, getting rid of some tax payments. Maybe you're letting go of some property or properties at this time. Maybe you're reining in those joint finances. So between your 2nd house and your 8th house, finances will be in focus for you for sure in the next couple years. So maybe it's just kind of being a little bit more cautious on where your money is going, whether that's in love relationships or business relationships, or your kids could be draining your bank account too. Okay, Taurus, this is happening in your opposite sign, Scorpio, so your 7th house of contracts, marriage, legal matters, business partnerships, love relationships, basically any type of relationship. This house rules the other and people that you are closely connected to. So this could be relationships ending, whether it's a love relationship, whether it's a marriage, whether it's business partnerships, but that means new relationships coming in though. And if you are solid ground with your marriage, this does not mean you're going to get divorced, okay? It's just, this energy is a little bit, I guess you can say testing that energy, testing those foundations. Gemini, this is happening in your 6th house of day-to-day work, your health, fitness, pets, habits, the workplace, your responsibilities and obligations. So basically, something to do with your day-to-day might have to be let go. Or it could be eliminating something from your diet to be more healthy. Maybe you're in a fitness routine right now and it's not working for you anymore. So maybe it's just re-looking at that. Maybe it's putting down a pet in the next couple years, or it could be bringing in new pets into your life at this time. So Cancer, this is happening in your 5th house of children, love affairs, creativity, self-expression, fertility, drama, and gambling, anything that is desired. So Cancer, you could be, this might have already happened, but maybe you had a child that went off to college, away from home. It could be maybe a child getting married, taking that next step in their life and being there for them in in their stages of their life. Maybe it's time to say goodbye to that love affair. Love affairs could be ending at this time, or they could be moving on to the next step. Maybe they're getting more serious, and you move in together, or something along those lines. Could also be a creative project that maybe isn't going so well, so maybe relook at it, rework it, and see if there's something else that you can do for the time being in the next couple years. Leo, this is happening in your 4th house of family, home, roots. This rules the parental axis, so the 4th and 10th house, self-care, property, the past. So it could be a parent needs your assistance in the next couple years. It could be a mother figure or a father figure. It could be moving, because this is also affecting your 10th house of career. So could be moving for a job, and that uproots the family, right? Or it could be letting go of a piece of property, and also be sure to take care of yourself too, Leo. Virgo, this is happening in your 3rd house of the mind, communications, transportation, siblings, cousins, neighbors, and short distance travel, basically what is known and familiar to you. So maybe it's letting go of negative thought patterns in the mind. Maybe it's finally letting go of that. It could be maybe you are trading in that clunker and finally getting something reliable, more reliable transportation. It could be you're moving towards a better relationship with a sibling, cousins, or neighbors, or they could be maybe, severing that relationship and maybe moving away. Libra, this is happening in your 2nd house of money, work, finances, income, your values, any sort of material possessions. What belongs to you could be up for some changes. So Libra, this could be financial opportunities, or financial opportunities going by the wayside, and you have to just let them go. Take your losses and just walk away. Could be opportunities, though, to earn new income as well. Maybe you have way too many material possessions and you have to let something go. This is a good opportunity to do that in the next couple months. Also, your values too. So maybe there's something, with regards to your beliefs and values that you need to rethink or maybe let go of as well, or transform in some way. Scorpio, this is happening in your 1st house. So house of the physical appearance, the ego, the identity, the body, your home, your attitude, your clothing, and your style. Maybe going through some transformation at this time. So again, this is more about letting go. So maybe it's, time to change up the wardrobe. Maybe you want to change up your physical appearance or get rid of things. Maybe you went crazy with the tattoos when you were 18 and the piercings, and maybe you're just kind of like, this doesn't work for me anymore. I do caution, though, don't make any drastic physical, changes to the body around the eclipse points or when Venus is retrograde. I just don't recommend that because you might regret it. Or on the flip side, if you want to start getting tattoos and change your looks and go through some plastic surgery, possibility. But again, don't do it around those eclipse points, and make sure you are very certain on how you want to transform your image. Sagittarius, this is happening in your 12th house of the unseen, healing, karma, closures. It rules the subconscious mind, secrets, and what is hidden from you. So there could be something coming out into the open. So either you yourself are bringing something out, or you hear it from a partner, a child, a business partner, something that's, or a family member, something that's quite shocking that maybe has been going on for quite some time, and you or another person that's close to you needs to bring it out into the open. Or it could also be, you know, healing old wounds and finally just letting them go, be at peace with them, and move on. Capricorn, this is happening in your 11th house of friends, groups, communities, hopes, wishes, your dreams, what supports you and brings you good fortune. So Capricorn, you could be re-looking at your friendship circles right now. Do they lift you up? If they don't lift you up, maybe it's time to rethink those friendships. And at this time, you could be welcoming in some new friendships at this time as well. Aquarius, this is happening in your 10th house of career, reputation, public image, long-term goals. And again, this is the parental axis, the mother, father, parental figure axis. So you could be dealing with a parent or a parent-like figure that needs your help with something in the next couple of years. Your career, potentially some changes in your career, either in the workplace, or you may be leaving a job, departing a job, moving on to something else, or you reworking your public image or your reputation in some way. Also, with the activation of your 4th house, you could be maybe moving for your career and leaving behind a city, your life, you know, and of course that's going to disrupt the family as well in the 4th house. Pisces, this is happening in your 9th house of higher education, teaching, long distance travel, your ethics, your belief system, meeting people from different cultural backgrounds. Basically, this house pushes us outside of our comfort zone. So maybe you're in school right now, or you were in school a year ago, and you're kind of wanting to switch gears a little bit and maybe move into something else. Belief systems too. If you're hanging on to these old belief systems that are just not working for you, and you know that, you're aware of that, this could be a really good opportunity to let that go, because they likely will be challenged in the next couple years. So I hope that helped. So these 2 videos are relevant for the next 2 years, because we are now in a 2-year, well, technically starting in January of 2022, we are starting a 2-year cycle in with the nodes moving into Taurus and Scorpio. So feel free to utilize them as a reference point at any time. I'm definitely curious on how this is playing out in your life. So feel free to send in your comments or pop me an email. I'd love to hear your feedback. And also just a reminder, I will be doing a video shortly on Venus going retrograde and what that means for you in each of the signs, because she is entering shadow pretty soon here, and she'll be going retrograde December 2021. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you very soon. Bye for now.